All right, so this is my wife's 2007 Toyota Sequoia. We've had it about 5 years. We bought it from the original owner who lived over in San Jose. It had 60,000 miles on it. It currently has 101,000 miles. So we've had 41,000 perfect trouble-free miles out of it. We absolutely love this thing. About 2 months ago, I took it to the local Toyota dealership. We did a timing belt, water pump, changed out the serpentine belt, spark plugs, coolant flush, oil change. We did front and rear brakes, new pads, rotors, everything all around, a few other things. It was about $4,000. And then right after that, like 2 days later, I went and bought the BFG all-terrains for it, and we love it. Anyways, a couple weeks ago, my wife decides I really want a newer Sequoia, and so we started going to look at those, and the only thing that I can come up with is if we're gonna get one, we should just buy a brand new one. But I do know that they're ready for a redesign for 2021. So we decided that we're gonna do a couple things to this, rejuvenate it, and maybe get another year or two out of it. So I just wanted to do a little before video so you guys can see what kind of condition it's in right now. So one thing I noticed is it looks like this tire's been hitting some curbs. No big deal, that's what it's for, but all the way around, there's not one spot that has not rubbed a curb. All right, let's take a look inside. All right, not too bad, just some papers, some stuff in the console. So a few years ago, we took it to a really cool stereo shop here in town and did a Kenwood screen with a DVD player. It's set up so that you can watch DVDs while you're operating. Not that that's a good thing. We also added a USB right here because it didn't have one factory, and also Bluetooth. It was something else we wanted, and also yeah, Bluetooth talking. Anyways, so that has worked, but one thing we really want to do is put a drop-down screen up here for the girls for the back seat. So I don't know how it would work with this big old center console, but that's one thing we're going to do. So that's part of the rejuvenation, drop-down screen. Also, it has the JBL package. They sound horrible, so I want to change the speakers out. All right, this is the kid mobile, complete with the little toilet. We got the stroller, some emergency blankets. Gotta have a little stash of coloring books, that's important. All right, let's get this stuff out of here. The seats look pretty good for being 12 years old. Sides don't look too bad. It's starting though, it's starting. And we got that 4.7 liter V8, and this is the good one too, with the variable valve timing. Unlike the 2000 through 2004s, you can tell because it has this extra piece on the engine right here. So besides doing the drop-down screen and changing out the speakers, doing a little stereo work, the other thing I want to do is put a lift on it and new wheels and tires. I'm contemplating just keeping these tires and moving up to a 17 by 10 inch wheel, something wide, something that sets them out a little better. I'm gonna go with a Bilstein 3-inch lift. I'm gonna do the one that comes with actually the new coil over the shock, so should look good. All right, much better. So the plan is to clean out the car entirely. We're gonna vacuum it out, clean the outside, and then its first stop is to the stereo shop tomorrow for phase 1. So let's clean this thing up. All right, I just saw something I gotta show you. So no car clean out project in history would be complete without the French fry. This is an important find in every car cleaning project. Oh yeah, looks like a McDonald's to me. Yeah, real quick, I want to say that I just love Toyota Sequoias. I mean, how many vehicles can you have all this stuff right there inside and it wasn't in the way of anything? There was plenty of room for everything. Didn't even notice. How many Honda Accord owners could fit this all in their car and not notice? Oh yeah, but I guess we are getting 14 miles to the gallon. I guess that is the payoff. All right, anyways, let's keep going. Man, for an OEM headlight from 2007, that is pretty clean still. I'm impressed. All right, so I just took off to go get some gas because the next stop is dropping this thing off at the stereo shop. But I just wanted to go over how good it looks now that I cleaned it up. I don't think it's been emptied out like this or cleaned like this in a very, very long time. And it looks really good. Looks really good. I like the 2005 through 7s are the last 3 years of this model, and it has different gauges, different steering wheel, different grille, different tail lights. Like I said earlier, it has the newer 4.7 with the variable valve timing. I always liked the 2005 through 7s if I had a choice. So this thing looks really good though. Looks really good. How many vehicles have this kind of room back there? I took the third row out. Probably a week after we bought it. I still have it. The seats are in perfect condition. I just five seats is enough for me. But it's nice to have that room. We'll put the kids' bikes in here and still have more room. All right, no car seats. So yeah, like I was saying before, we're gonna put a drop-down screen up there, change out the speakers because they don't sound very good, and then do a Bilstein 3-inch lift, and then some wheels and tires, and I think it's gonna look really good. All right, so here's the before, and I will come right back here and do an after in the exact same spot, and we'll do a comparison. But I think it's a good choice for us to hang on to this thing. It's been a great vehicle. I just don't know if it's time to go buy a 19 or 20 before the 21s come out. All right, let's go drop this thing off. So in our filing cabinet, we have a file for our 2007 Sequoia, and I just went in and checked it out because I wanted to find the bill of sale from when I bought it. And another thing that I found was the original window sticker. So for a 2007 Sequoia, brand new, $39,509. I did find the bill of sale, and interestingly enough, it's handwritten. So I've probably bought 10 cars since we bought this, and I usually print one out on the computer now. So we bought it 7/1/14 for $19,500. So if it was $39,500 new, I would say they probably paid $42,000 out the door. They got 60,000 miles, or well, 66,900 miles, and lost about 23,000. We bought it for $19,500. We've driven it about 40,000 miles, and I would venture to say, unfortunately, it's probably worth about $7,500, which is sad because I just put $5,000 with all the work at the dealer and the tires. So yeah, it's still worth $7,500 despite all the work I just did. But anyways, I'm still going through with it. We're gonna lift it. We're gonna do the stereo. So anyways, yeah. And look at the guy I bought it from, Trinh Tran. So it was a really nice Vietnamese family over the hill. They owned like a chain of nail salons, had a really nice house. We went over there. So anyways, I see the car on Craigslist about 5 years ago. My wife and I drive over the hill to look at it. I bring a backpack with $20,000 cash. That's what they were asking for it, $20,000. We test drove it, fell in love. It was exactly what we wanted. So I tell the guy, hey, I'll give you $19,500. He says, yeah, no problem. We go inside, I open up the backpack. He absolutely freaks out when he sees all the cash. He thinks something really weird's going on. So he drags my wife and I to a Vietnamese bank that speaks no English, and they somehow take all the cash from me and go in a back room to count it. It was a sketchy moment, but it all worked out. They came out, we got the title right there. He had the title, he owned it outright, and that's it. We've had it ever since. So anyways, that's the Sequoia buying story. All right, dropping it off. All right, so it's all done. What do you think?
I love it.
You love it?
It's awesome.
What do you like more, the lift, the wheels, the tires, or the drop-down TV?
The lift, for sure. Lift.
The most, huh?
Yeah.
That's cool. Okay, you're happy?
Happy.
We're gonna hang
Happy
on to
wife.
it for a little bit longer?
Yep.
All right, sounds good. I know after having some 12 wides right next to it, and it's really not helping making them look wide, but I think it's good they don't stick out. I think it's better this way. Don't have to worry about getting pulled over, flinging stuff up on the side. I think there's some benefits. All right, so here we are at the same spot 1 week to the day later, and the Sequoia's right behind me. Let's get into this thing. All right. All right, so one of the first things you're gonna notice is that I actually put tire shine on only one of the tires. I'm not really a tire shine kind of guy, and I wanted to see how it looked, and it looked good. I like it, I like it. So I gotta do 3 more, but for right now, we'll just focus on this one right here. Anyways, so lift is complete. I ended up keeping the tires that were on it before that were nearly brand new, and we did the stereo. It all worked out good. So for the lift, it's actually a Bilstein B86112. It's like a 2 3/4 inches lift, and it has a pretty beefy shock in there. It's actually a thicker shock than the one on the front of my Tundra, which is interesting. That's not cool. My wife has beefier shocks than I do. But anyways, so almost a 3-inch in the front. We did a 2-inch in the back, thanks to a new coil, and ended up going with some 17 by 9.5 black Rhino Roku wheels. and I forget the exact finish, but they only come in either bronze or this one. I cannot remember the name of it. I will figure it out and throw it in the description. But the tire shop called me. They said, hey, we have a huge problem. The black lug nuts you ordered didn't come in, so you're gonna have to do the silver or the chrome ones. And I actually think they look fantastic. I don't even have plans to switch them out. So wheels, tires, I think they look good. Will I jump up to a 285 at some point? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, if it was mine and I was gonna drive it every day, I would probably do a 33 on it. I'd probably rub a little bit, but that's no problem. I'll deal with it. But you know what, like I mentioned before, almost all the driving in this thing is my wife, kids, family. So we don't need to be dealing with any rubbing issues or anything like that. It rides fantastic. I seriously couldn't be happier. So like I was mentioning before, we really wanted to go get a newer Sequoia, 2008 or newer, even though if you're gonna get one of those, you might as well just get the, I believe it's the 16 or 18, comes with those new LED headlights that are just beautiful. You get a new steering wheel in there also. I should know this stuff. I'm a Toyota fanatic. I believe it's 2012 it gets a different steering wheel. So anyways, we really wanted the new, a newer Sequoia, but the issue is, one of the big issues is I have a 2012 Tundra, and if we go get another newer Sequoia, then now we have two vehicles with the same 5.7 liter engine, the same dashboard, same transmission. It's just too similar. It's like having two of the same thing. So we're really waiting until that 2021 comes out, new engine. It's gonna be a complete redesign. We're really excited about it. So we're gonna see what that looks like and take it from there. But also that 5.7 just gets really funky gas mileage. I've been trying to tell my wife about that, but I think until you live it, you don't understand. But my Tundra, it eats gas. So this is one of the coolest things ever. We've been wanting to do this forever, was the drop down screen. And what's interesting about this is they actually had to cut the factory console right there to make room for it, and we ended up losing the light housing that has the two map lights for the back, and it actually has the switch on it to run it on door, so that when you open up all the doors, the dome lights go on. And we can't figure out how we're gonna get past that. So right now, when you open the car up, there's these two middle dome lights come on, but these two that used to come on up here don't come on anymore. So the whole front of the vehicle is, the whole front of the cab, no, it's not a cab, the whole front area, it doesn't get lit up at night. We're gonna have to figure something out about that, but this TV is really cool. It comes with two wireless headphones and a remote control. One of the cool parts is you can either use the headphones and then still use the head unit up there so that we can listen to our own music up front. Kids got the headphones, or you can run the DVD player screen through the whole vehicle sound, which is incredible, especially after the work we did. It sounds really good. And well, let's open this thing up and I'll show you guys. Yeah, it's really nice. Part of me thought maybe we should get a bigger screen. This is a 12-inch, but you know, I always have a tendency to get carried away, and sometimes you just got to meet in the middle, and I think this is plenty big. I didn't know this until before, but these seats actually recline. You just pull that thing back and they recline like so. So even though there's going to be car seats in here, this is a pretty cool setup back here. Reclining seats, wireless headphones, surround sound with the screen. It's pretty cool. So like I was saying before, we've actually owned this thing for about 5.5 years, which is pretty interesting because I'm a fanatic about customizing my vehicles. I've actually had 50 vehicles. God, I've done crazy stuff to every single one. I don't know how I've left the Sequoia alone for so long. As soon as we got it 5.5 years ago, I tinted the front windows. I put in the Kenwood DVD screen. What else did I do? Just a couple minor things, but for years after that, I just left it alone, and now I totally have the bugs. So I'm thinking exhaust. I'm gonna switch out the headlights. We're gonna do LED headlights, fog lights. I'm thinking about doing like a mild Flowmaster exhaust system. I tinted these front windows right here, but I also want to do these back ones. Might as well just black them out while we're at it. So I got a few things that I want to do for sure. I'm going to keep going with it. And also something I previously mentioned before was I'm not a giant fan of these old Sequoias. I mean, they're wonderful vehicles, extremely reliable, but they're definitely showing their age. But like I said, if you're gonna get a 2001 through 07 Sequoia, you got to get a 5, 6, or 7. It has the different tail lights, different steering wheel, different gauge cluster, the updated engine with the variable valve timing. It has different front corner lenses right here. The other one has like two bubbles in it. There's a couple other little changes here and there, but I actually really like the 5, 6, 7s. I think they're really good vehicles, and it's a timeless look. It really is. And I really like it now that it's leveled out. Well, I guess it's lifted, but it just looks so much better. These things carry such a strong rake in the front from the factory. They just sit really low. I think it's just perfect. Like, this is how it should be from the factory, just like this. That would be ideal. So, yeah, if this was my vehicle, you know, I'd probably have 22 by 12s on it, but it rides fantastic down the freeway. The brakes are great. It's wonderful, and you can really tell that there's tire shine on that front tire only right there. That's really standing out. I'm gonna have to get home and take care of that. And this thing's pretty nice inside too, for even being 2007. It's really nice, and it has heated seats. The leather's in really good condition still. Power everything. And I do like the power back window on these things also. That's pretty cool. So anyways, everything's complete. It's been a long last week, but we got it all done and I couldn't be happier. Anyways, I was gonna give a little Tundra update, and the Tundra update is I've been thinking about selling it and getting me a 2020 Toyota Tacoma. I know it sounds strange to go from a Tundra to a Tacoma, but being an absolute car and truck nerd, I'm just kind of thinking the Tundra's been huge lately. It'd be kind of nice to have something you can whip around. So Tundra to a Tacoma, what do you guys think? Can you do that? Good idea? Bad idea? Let me know. Anyways, now it's time for me to chill and watch the best scene from the best movie ever. All right. Yeah, and he nailed that landing. I can see that happening in real life. I really can.